What's up guys, EP here from Team Triple Drive. Today I'll be coming to you with the OTT deck profile for Standard. This deck is pretty good. With the new support, it got quite a bit stronger and it can top quite a bit in Japan apparently. So we're still playing the Imperial Daughter, Amateratsu and Dia. Reason being, these are still the most solid grade 3s, the most consistent grade 3s. Imperial Daughter is an amazing VR. Like, check top 2, add one to hand, one to soul, or leave it top of the deck. And then if you roll over the grade 3, get the plus 15k plus crit, and the soul blast one to give any unit plus 6k. It's a very, very solid VR. Just the crit pressure is really important, and this deck can just swing and kill even without Dia. Although Dia does indeed help. Another amazing thing about her is you can potentially high roll and soul charge a grade 3 and use Dia a lot earlier and potentially kill your opponent much quicker. So yes, I did have games where 2 Dias went off. Well, 1 Dia went off twice, I guess. So this can still happen quite consistently. But this is old news, so let's move on to the new stuff, or some of the new stuff. Rectangle Megas, I hope the camera can see everything well. She's really good. On play 3, got circle, can +1, soul +1. Look at top 2 cards, put them in any order, and then draw a card. I think it's like that. Yeah. So that is kind of a key word here with draw card. Imperial Daughter doesn't draw a card. That's something to keep in mind for one of our grade 1s. Her other ability to get plus 5k whenever you check a trigger is really good because you can pump up one column while she's getting bigger on her own. So yeah, it's a really good card. Next, play 3 Promise Daughters. So Promise Daughter was a lot better when OTT first came out, because OTT's only contestants that had retires were Kagero and like Brawl Paladin, whatever. Promise Daughters is still really good for Shadow Paladin matchup because they go, oh, you know, choose 3 of your riggers, retire. You have 2 Promise Daughters. You're like, okay, choose 2 of her, just retire 1, you know, whatever. So she's quite good for that, but her usefulness definitely went down a lot. So Narukami deleters, they don't retire and bind, they simply bind or bind face down, which is really annoying. The old wording on cards was bind, retire then bind. So yeah, she's good, but like Next up, play 2 of the Battle Sister 12Ks. It's nice if you get her to stop rush. She's dead 12k afterwards, so that's why I kind of only kept her 2. Although what I am considering is bumping her up to 3 and taking this out completely. Bumping Battle Sister up to 3 and Promise Daughter to 4. Just because Promise Daughter is still 15k, like it's still a good card. Now let me talk about Tort real quick. Tort is a strong card. It's good pressure. But you realistically are going to have her live about 1 turn of the game. Yes, a 10k and crit is really strong. You're not going to, probably not going to at least, have 2 of her on the front row and both of them using the effect. The game has sped up quite a bit. There's a lot more pressure. It's a lot harder to keep a 10 card hand with OTT. Not impossible, like you still do it consistently at least for 1 turn. So that's what I'm saying. 1 turn, she will be good. Like, she will be live. However, is it worth playing an AK grade 2 just for 1 turn of 10k and crit? In some situations, definitely. In others, it's debatable. Honestly, I think I would actually rather just have a high chance of getting the defense and then more Promise Daughters. So I'm probably gonna switch to that. Yeah, probably gonna switch to that. Ones, play 4 Tetramegas. She's amazing. You on call, can +1, draw a card. You may put a crit from your hand to top of the deck. So the way I've been using her mainly is actually just can +1 draw. I mean, just filling the board up with her, getting a bunch of hand, well, basically getting the board for free. I haven't really need to use the crit because your opponent will see it coming. And yes, obviously there are some turns where that's going to make a big difference. You can set it up for Dia and whatnot, whatever it is. It can be really good. However, half of the time, it's just being able to draw a card is so much more effective than setting things up. So she's really, really strong card. Definitely max her out, I think. Next to play 4 of the trial deck, Magus. So on plays, check top 2, put them in any order on top of your deck. It's alright, to be honest. I quite like her to just be able to not draw trigger on my first ride. That's the main thing. Another thing that to keep in mind, if you have a look how many cards now check top deck, you realize that the Amateratsu has gone stronger. Because we have her, we have this Magus, we have this Magus. Maybe that's it. Oh, I mean, Imperial Daughter as well, technically speaking. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Amateratsu can definitely get quite big now. Play 2 Gemini, you need to counter charge. Yeah, you can blast a lot on this deck, like a lot, especially with Tetramagus now, because you will be abusing her. You do can blast a lot. I run out of resources quite a few times. Yeah, resource management is really important for the deck now. I played 2 of the Cranes because the Crane, I don't know, I really like it to pump up the Torts. If I take Torts out, I'm probably going to take the Crane out. Because yeah, it's good. And yeah, you can, I guess, potentially go for a bigger kill turn with Dia. Only issue is, so the wording for Crane is, when you draw a card, boom, just blah blah. So it will not trigger on Imperial Daughter ride. Which means once you go Dia, I mean, to be fair, like you could go Tetramagus, draw a card and then use Crane. But yeah, like the fact that it's draw and not just add to hand or whatever, some other condition, it's okay. I don't know. It's an okay situational card. It also fills up soul, which can be relevant, I guess. You don't soul blast too much in this deck. You mainly utilize it for Imperial Daughter and Magus, so I don't know. I have had situations where I started to run low on soul, but because this deck can mitigate soul quite well, it wasn't too much of an issue at the end of the day. So, zeros. Her. Missed, fucking 12-pound. Draw trigger PG, it's insane, and a crits, like very standard OTT line. I think once we get more crits, we'll probably go for 10 crits. I think. Because we know that decks are going to get more triggers now, because Royal Paladins get more triggers, which means everything else must get more triggers. Yeah, so I don't know. Mist is a good card, just not worth £12 in my opinion. And when we get more crits, I think I'm going to go for a 2-2 split in the deck. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see if we even get it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this profile. This deck is really strong. It has a good matchup against a lot of Force decks. Axel it can struggle with. Nubatama it generally, no, not Nubatama, Murkumo generally dies to. Other Protect clans, it has actually quite a good matchup against other Protect clans. Just because it's very, very aggressive on its own. So your opponent needs to just rely on getting their Protect markers constantly and constantly rewriting, which obviously takes hand. And then most Protect clans don't even get that much advantage compared to OTT. So yeah, you can push. Angel Feather is an okay matchup as well. Because yeah, they can heal and they get protect markers a lot. But unless they spam Oracles, which does happen, don't get me wrong, you're kind of okay. And because you can swing with a lot of crits quite consistently, you should be able to out-tempo them, more or less. Then what else? Meta relevant. Ezel you more or less die to, because it can be very aggressive, it stops sentinels, and yeah, you get a lot of cards in hand, but they swing for big numbers with sentinel blockers. I don't know, what else is meta relevant at this point? I think that's it, kind of, more or less. Like, New Nectar, you're good, more or less. I know I've said that fucking phrase about 10 times at this point. Yeah, New Nectar, you're more or less okay. Fuck, I need to stop. Okay. Yeah, because it swings big numbers, you have Protect. If you pace yourself correctly, you should be able to out-tempo them. Although I'm not saying you have a super favorable matchup against them, because they're still very consistent and still get a lot of hand advantage and field advantage. So yeah, I think that's it. Deletes are irrelevant. This deck shreds them. Yeah, I mean the other OTT decks, actually Witches will probably be a hard matchup for you, because they can get a lot of protect markers and they don't care for your shit. Which will probably be a difficult matchup, but that's not really meta relevant. It doesn't see much play. So yeah, on that note, I will shut up now because I need to profile another deck and I'm really tired. Even though it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's not the point. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm probably not going to do an updated version of this. I've already sold these, so I'm going to go to post office and post these after I film. But I want to make a premium deck for OTT. I don't know, I'm enjoying premium a lot more. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. It's been TP from Team Drive signing out.